Hey, so today, in an effort to get a little bit more light off the front of the RZR, I was gonna hope to French in this light right here. A lot of times if the dunes are in dusty situations, the top lights don't do a whole lot of good. They just illuminate more dust, and if there's any mist in the air or fog, it just makes it harder to see. So any bit of light we can get lower is a lot better. So my goal is to get that Frenched in there, pushed back so it's kind of hidden away, but yet provides a good bit of light. So here we go. Here goes nothing. So I'm going to use the oscillating tool and get a rough cut going, and we'll see how it works out. So we've got the rough cut going. See how much more we need to take. Just a little bit. So it's going to be a little bit tight, so I'm going to take off one more row here. Of course, there's a lot of ways to cut the plastic. I really like doing it with the oscillating tool because it works so well and it's pretty quick. Okay, so that'll give it a bit more clearance, and we are going to take, let's see, I'm going to grab my pen. So what I'm hoping for is to be able to mount the light inside here. There's a couple of mounting screws, that way I can still pull off the hood when I want to without having to pull the light off. We'll just get a rough cut for now. As you can see, there's a little bit of blue poking through here. I just used some Plastidip to kind of match the titanium, and then eventually I'll have one of my buddies paint it. Probably my buddy Adam. He's a really good painter, does well on the RZR plastics. Set that back up there. Looks like we need to go a little bit on each side still. So if I can get it to cover these mounting screws, that would be awesome. But that may not happen with the way it's designed. It's always easier to measure lots before cutting so you don't screw it up. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit off this side. Okay, make a couple more marks. So you could use a Dremel tool or whatever for this.
Hi.
For the sake of it, I'm going to try use that bit right there with the... Okay, so here we are. I ended up making brackets. My battery died for the camera, so I tracked down some material. I just used some scrap angle that I had. Nothing special, but it gets it mounted anyway. So now we will put the hood on, check our little cutouts right there for the heads of the bolts, and make sure that they are lined up. Looks like it pushes up all the way on and they just clear. So my next process, yep, that's all the way on, besides being latched. The next process, I'm going to pull this piece out and I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. So while I do that, let's see, I may also take off the Plastidip here, peel that off and give it another coat. So here we go. So there's that piece. What I'm going to do is just clean up a lot of this, just to make it look nicer when it's on there. And I will probably, hopefully it's going to be easy, but I will try and peel the Plastidip off. I think it'd be easiest just to start over with it, because the original time I did it was actually, I was just testing it, and then I ended up leaving it on there, I think most of last summer. So I didn't do any real prep work. I was just seeing if the color was going to match. So you can see how, as long as you get good thick coats of the Plastidip, it'll usually come off easy. But anyway, I like the gray better than I do the blue. The blue just kind of stands out. Not my favorite. So, well, here we go. You probably don't need to see the process of this. I'm sure you guys have all seen plenty of Plastidip videos. So I'm gonna go clean this up. Maybe this time I'll steel wool it a little bit or something, sand it with some fine grit, and then hit it with the Plastidip, and I'll clean that other piece. So before I start using my file on this to smooth it down, I'm just going to hit some of these and get them a little bit closer with this. Okay, now I can hit that with, I'll do a little bit of file work and a little bit of sandpaper work on that to make it all smooth. All right, so it has been long enough that I don't even know where we're at when we left off. Life got in the way. We did some family things, and it's been kind of too hot to work in the garage. So anyway, we're back. I think I showed you I made the mounting brackets here, put this light in. So I think what we're going to do next is I'll put the hood on, and then I'll show you I actually decided to do a couple more lights on here, so figured might as well do all of it at once. Here we go. Let's get the hood on. I haven't tested it yet, but it looks like it's gonna work. You could see there it fits. I think it looks pretty good sitting in there. So let's try the next light here. I decided to do some yellow lights down in the bottom. Hopefully they'll help when it's a little bit more foggy. So as you can see here, I use spades on these. Typically, I'm not one for spade connectors. I like soldering all my joints, but for something like this, when you're pulling off the front end, pulling off the grill, if I wanted to take the bumper off, it's a little bit easier to undo some spade connectors than it is to cut the wiring and have to redo it again. So this time they get spade connectors. I kind of wanted to get those tucked up in there a little bit. I think they look kind of cool in there. And they should provide a little bit of light cutting underneath the fog or dust or whatever. So since you saw I think in the beginning of the video, now it's been so long I don't remember, but I have the light here. So what I decided to do was mount a light to here and get as much lighting as possible. So here we go. We'll hook up this and you'll see here in a second. All right, so that's how it's gonna look. You can kind of see from the front here. Got those down there. Got that up there. Sorry, she's a bit dirty. Let's turn off the lights and see what happens. Okay, one more light. It actually looks like it is going to be very bright here. I don't know if you can tell from the video or if it's too much light on the camera. I don't know. One of those views ought to get it. I like the menacing, cool look of the frontal shot there. The before and after are kind of hard to tell because I took it against a shiny building. But you can really see if you look to the sides and the bottom around the concrete and stuff, you can tell it's definitely brighter. Midway in the picture, it's a lot brighter. So overall, I'm super happy with the way it turned out. All right, we are done with this video for now. The lights are very bright in my eyes. Hopefully it gives you some ideas for lighting upgrades in your future, and I will keep you posted as to how well it all works out. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Have a good one.
If you like our video, like and subscribe.